Or in the modern case, and to be more precise, if one is a good person, it is in spite of, rather than because of, one's cynicism. These commonalities between ancient and modern C/cynicisms should not be overdrawn, however. Though deviance provides a common theme, it is still construed differently in each context. Whereas ancient cynicism was willfully abnormal, if it was sick, it was deliberately so, the waywardness of modern cynicism is largely unwilled, if not automated. As an attitude, modern cynicism is deviant in the pathological sense of the word. It afflicts us. This cynicism ranges from the opportunistic and manipulative cynicism of the powerful, who will do anything to secure greater influence and wealth, right through to the abject cynicism of the oppressed and marginalized. The two are bound together, with the cynicism of the powerful giving endless cause to be cynical for those lacking influence, and with the cynicism of the latter leading to a state of indifference or paralysis before the crimes of the former. In these settings there may be good reason to be cynical, but this cynicism will get us nowhere, or so the argument goes. Only hope and concerted political action motivated by a commitment to higher or collective ideals will change things for the better. But still our cynicism returns. It is experienced as a condition we are reduced to in moments of frustration or despair. We excuse our cynicism today as if it were an involuntary outburst, something issuing from a darker part of ourselves that the greater self must resist succumbing to entirely. I hate to be cynical, but... Given all of this, it is expected that we all have our cynical moments. Widespread, almost inevitable if not endemic, the tendency to cynicism in present-day society is understood by some to be as much a feature of political crisis, the rise of post-truth and the alt-right, the weakening of liberal democracy and progressive politics in the face of populism, the failure of international organizations to respond adequately to global challenges such as climate change, as it is a political or personal choice. One might understand modern cynicism as just one indicator of a broader cultural malaise. It manifests as contemporary polities veer between violent extremism and collective apathy. This cynicism is both a sign and a symptom, perhaps even a cause of dark times. In such contexts, individuals are rarely directly imperiled by their cynical attitudes. Rather, the pervasive nature of their cynicism places us all in danger. Facing this predicament, one where modern cynicism is viewed in such negative terms, it is difficult to understand why anyone would deliberately opt for cynicism for reasons other than personal gain, why anyone would commit to cynicism as if it were somehow socially beneficial. It is true that in some social contexts it is necessary to add a dose of cynicism for the sake of appearances, since a lack of due cynicism can be taken as a sign of political naivete. But as an active choice, the decision to be more cynical surely can make sense only as a temporary condition, a coping strategy, a way of letting off steam, a brief suspension of civic and social responsibility that may be enjoyable, funny, even therapeutic in small quantities, but must inevitably be given up as one returns to more serious commitments. This cynicism has nothing to contribute to the betterment of our lot. By all means indulge it in private if it helps you, so long as that indulgence does not impede your non-cynical better nature. Modern cynicism may have its uses, but taken on its own, it is thought to have nothing positive to offer. This negative assessment is the common sense, nearly unassailable judgment of our age. But cynicism may also be viewed in a more favourable light. To make this argument, it is necessary to spend some time outlining the contrasting philosophy of ancient cynic deviance, understood as an active preference rather than a regrettable affliction. Ancient cynic philosophy was committed, politically engaged, and joyfully affirmative, even at its most dissenting, and for that reason offers a very different vision of what C/cynicism might have to contribute, understood now as a positive, life-affirming disposition, rather than as a sign of social decay.